side. Kutcher's going to be upgraded to the Tech 9 and armor. We are into the game now, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like a potential fast A push coming in. A full-on rush. All 5 players committed to the A side of the map. They're going to be smoked out for now. I'd assume they're going to smoke off towards Highway, Matt, and then they haven't got a flashbang. This would be a full-on burst into the bomb site.
That's the initial plan. Kyiv, nonetheless, falling back away from that smoke, and that's might cause issues because now as they smoke in, they've already spotted him toward quad that he was transitioning so slowly. Great shot, though, in response. Takes down Kutcher immediately with the headshot. A second one as well as he goes to the real last bullet in the clip. And he gets 2 kills before the round even starts to transform back into the favor of HellRaisers, who now get a bomb plant, but Stefan's already made this flank position. However, this is interesting because Sticko's kind of expecting it. He's going to cover off Locker. Good response, takes down Sticko in the end with a nice reactionary shot. And having Kazuya walking into the site, it leaves just poor Zero, who's going to do absolutely that. No contribution. Actually, he got 1 kill. He got the only kill, Henry G.
So he had some sort of contribution. But there we go. We saw aTTaX at the start of the round there. They're actually quite famed for this. Like pushing that B storage together with the USPs, trying to find a kill as soon as nothing rush comes in. It's actually Kyiv stepping out massively here towards that quad area. It can be very difficult to hold off this attack from the Glocks coming in. HellRaisers do get the bomb down. Have been force buying a time and time again in the second round. Will be bringing that to the table once more. Normally, it's going to be back to the A bomb site. Use the smoke grenades, smoke quads, smoke towards Highway, flashbangs out. I've got a Molotov for MBK as well. That's normally what you'll bring to the table on the second round. The CTs are reacting to it straight away. They've got 5 rifles. Got to keep things nice and long range. Not going to be committing too heavily to the bomb site either. Not going to have someone on towards quad. They're going to wait for the smokes to come in and wait for their teammates and hopefully pick up a frag in there. Meanwhile, here come the smokes over the top. And here comes the execute.
Well, much like the rover on Mars, I'm going to take my tiny unit. Oh, wait, they're going to take their tiny unit and explore this giant crater. I was supposed to say your giant crater, Henry. Did you get it? Nonetheless,
yeah,
HellRaisers trying to get into the bomb site right now. They do pick up 1 M4. It's going to be Kyiv going back against Sticko. And actually, M4 gets regrabbed by Kutcher, who uses it against Stefan. That now gives them a man advantage. And not only that, a low HP Kyiv. He's gone down. We might get a response immediately from HellRaisers as Kazuya desperately looks for that spray transfer. But he's on 1 HP, and he's going to fade away from this. No kit and a lot of problems.
Very nice execution there from HellRaisers. As I said before, it's kind of standard if you do force up in the second round to go for that A attack. What's interesting though is HellRaisers, I said it with the map before as well, you normally wait till you have the AKs in the third round. They're not messing around. They want to take that extra $800 they get from the pistol and bring it straight into the next. And what a way to respond. They pick up 2 rifles and win the round as well. Bomb does go off. It's just going to be Kazuya saving his M4 on 1 HP. So that's all they'll really have to work with next round. Could decide to force buy themselves back into the round. It's a little bit more of a difficult affair on the CT half to win these sort of rounds, but it's all they can do. Maybe use the M4 to their advantage as well. Are going to be force buying themselves. We talked about this in the pre-game. This team love Desert Eagles. aTTaX, that is. So let's see whether they can bring something to the table. Tizian and Stefan.
Seems like German teams do love Desert Eagles still. Mouse Sports pick them up more commonly than most teams as well. Great opening exchange in favor of the HellRaisers, taking Kyiv down very low on 26. He'll now get the information that they're boosted, but that's not really going to bode for much confidence, given how early it is in the round and how quickly things can change. They do have to now consider Highway, though. That's the problem, because with no further information, with giving up mid that early, it becomes a bit peculiar. To compensate for it, they try and push on to B. The only rifle does get a kill, but they lost Stefan in the process. 4 versus 4, and that rifle a long way from where the action is about to take place on this A site. Boost doesn't work, and Sticko just walks around the corner and mows them both down. He's going to further that up, and Crisby's dead as well, Henry G.
Yes, dead now, of course, the Desert Eagles. Not as strong as we'd have liked. Although Kazuya trying to do something in this round. Picked up his second. Still in a 3-on-1, though. Bomb yet to be planted, so heavily favouring HellRaisers still. But he could cause a little bit more of a dent. He's going to be smoked up for now, though. You'd think he'd be bowing out of this round momentarily, trying to save the M4 once more. HellRaisers just attacking A bomb site once again. And that should be it. He somehow picks up his third one. I thought that was him done for. It's a 2-on-1 now. Has got a kit. Like I said, this is looking a little bit desperate. He will be deciding to get out of the round now. So he does try to do what he can. Gets 3 kills. Does that economical damage towards the terrorists. And keeps the M4 as well. So having a look at the money now for the CTs. They will get 1,900, so he keeps the M4 and has another chance to do the same again next round.
I mean, that's huge to keep that single rifle. We know that a rifle in the right position can do so much in a round. And
well, they
like you're saying as well, the economic damage it does is big.
I would like them to kind of go for that B boost maybe next round, get the B bomb side with the M4.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little thing. You obviously haven't got much to work with, so try and get that first pick there and rotate it off. We see that happen quite a lot recently. It's actually been quite effective going forward. So we'll keep our eyes on Kazuya this round. Let's see where he does decide to go. I think that would be the best idea. No one can really justify much more than maybe a couple of PT50s. Oscar picking up the AWP now. He's yet to frag, but only been 3 rounds so far. HellRaisers, after losing the pistol, bouncing back and bringing it into 2 plays 1. Kazuya will not be opting to go towards that B-bomb, so he will be heading towards A. Maybe getting towards Squeaky Door. Let's see what he decides to do here. Going to be flashing his teammates into A main, it seems. Here comes a flash.
Tizian, meanwhile, though, over on B is going to realize that there's nothing going on at A main. That should call for the rotation of the rest of the players. Kazuya being one of them with this M4, the closest one so far to the B site, but still way back by CT spawn, and they're already ready for this boost coming into the vent. Smoke goes out, Sticko just gonna hold the angle with the MAC-10. My beloved gun of James Bardoff. Good spray through, actually. That was well done. Again, the only rifle doing some damage. It doesn't, unfortunately, take Sticko all the way down. Leaves him on 8 HP. Almost looked like it was going through Kutcher as well, and he does go down to 52, but you would have thought it would have done more damage to him, hitting him initially. Good headshot. Sticko takes down Keeve immediately. Tizian gets the trade kill, so at least alternate attacks able to get one more kill, and smartly, Kazuya is going to fade away with the M4.
Once again.
And exactly. So it's now been saved for 3 rounds, and it's just, it's going to make a difference one way or another if he continues to hold it.
It's becoming an antique now.
It almost looks antique.
It's getting that little rust going on.
Royal Paladin.
I've actually seen that before. It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know what my favorite Paladin in the world is?
No.
Final Fantasy II, Cecil.
Final Fantasy 2?
Yeah.
Okay, what console is that on?
Super Nintendo. That's the best Final Fantasy in my opinion. Everyone says 6, but I think 2/4 is...
Well, 7 was the best.
7's probably the most iconic, but I think 2's the best.
Anyway. Full gun run coming in. Keeve has picked up the AWP. We know how strong he can be with this weapon. We'll be looking towards middle at the moment.
They did the Awesome Games Done Quick speed run in Final Fantasy II this year. I watched it. It was awesome.
I love Games Done Quick. That's one of my favorite things to watch.
Girls Done Quick is one of your favorite things to do. Oscar, he gets taken down.
If only.
Do you know why witches don't wear underwear?
Why?
To get a better grip on their brooms. Tizian gonna get Molotov'd out of the fence right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay off for HellRaisers because on his arrival in the site, he still gets a kill. But Sticko, good response through the door, now gives HellRaisers a 2-man advantage. And although Stefan's desperately trying to come out from the truck, there's not much he can really do.
Another round, they're going in favor of HellRaisers. 4-1 now. Kazuya somehow saving his M4 once again. He is loving this. Pause comes in from HellRaisers. I can assume that's going to be technical. And he does pick up another one as well. So he's been doing well on these exit kills. He's actually yet to die, considering the 5 rounds will not be passed, and they're currently 4-1 down. If he survives again and not dying, that's kind of impressive, but ultimately, not really helping out the team too much. AWP.
I love it. This thing's just going to last the whole game. Kazuya is not going to die, ever. He's now 8-0, despite that they're down 4-1.
I just said that, Matthew. You're listening to me.
I don't listen to you. I listen. I'm
You're looking at Twitch chat, listening. I just said that exact line. So it's fine, but please listen to me.
I don't want to listen to you. The point is, if I put emphasis on it, people will listen. See?
Will they?
Probably not. Probably already muted by, I don't know, 15,000 of the 30,000 people watching.
30,000 is pretty good. Guys, welcome to the third map. If you're wondering why we have a little bit of fun here, this is a Take TV kind of home story cup vibe. It's fun is encouraged, drinking is encouraged. Obviously, we're not dressed up as we normally would be, so we like to have a little bit of.
Favorite sweater, Henry? How dare you say that?
I mean, we're not dressed up in like shirts and suits and stuff. So people wondering what the hell's going on in this cast.
This one commentator is a twat. I agree, Henry. You are a twat.
A twat. It's a twat.
Twat. I'm sorry.
Come on. An A in it, pronounce it.
I still, if you look at the bottom of the screen right now, dislike that the light is white and not red.
If we can make a montage clip of the amount of times you've mentioned this light, it would be...
It's driving me insane.
Anyway. 4 plays 1 in favor of the HellRaisers. They have had someone drop out here, so I'm sure we'll be back into it momentarily. Looking at the money for a ton of aTTaX. Can't really buy into this round. They have saved that legendary M4, I think. On Stefan.
I'm thinking we're gonna have equipment swap by judging by a running.
Well, they can, Keeve can get.
I'm sorry. I meant physical, like a computer.
Physical.
Monitor. Yeah. Angel's the one that's out. He's got it. Okay, no, I could be wrong. He's actually getting his headset back on, so he could be rejoining. But I did see an admin running from the booth as if he was running to retrieve something. So it's
quite presumptuous of you.
It is a little bit, but I'm just judging by trends that I've seen this weekend. Sorry, you can continue on with your analysis of the buy, though.
So looking like they've got 6K, it will be a force buy. They've got a couple of M4s purchased so far. I'd imagine 2 Famouses will be joining them, and an AWP. That's more than enough. We've seen time and time again on a map like Cash how influential an AWP can be in these certain situations. We saw yesterday, Chris J especially, do you remember he poured out AWP and Cash on CT side, pushing to B storage, absolutely wrecked E-frag, and then actually ended up getting 4 frags. I don't think Kiev is the next Chris J, but he's definitely a very prominent AWPer.
Are you calling Chris J the best op in the world right now? Or you just mean in terms of Germans?
He's Dutch.
That's exactly, I was going to say you're wrong. So you actually basically have just said that
I'm just saying he's not on Chris J's level, which I think is more than a fair statement.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hi.
Just the way you said it made it sound like Chris J was your favorite, not Guardian.
He is my favorite.
Not Kenny. Is he?
In terms of...
I think he's really fun to watch. I think the hybrid style of being able to...
I think you're taking my words a little bit literally.
I'm sorry.
I've never once said he's the best
again.
AWPer in the world. I'm saying at this event, he's definitely up there. He's probably, at this event, he probably is. He's like Oscar, him, they're probably the 1 and 2 AWPers here.
Yeah, I think that's actually a fair assessment. I would say that's actually pretty reasonable to say.
Kiev has impressed me. He's had, especially in the first map on Cobble, he had some very impressive rounds. Some great no scopes, if you remember, as well. Do you remember? Did your brain?
I do, yeah. I mean, the one in particular on Cash was pretty nuts.
Cash? Cobble?
Overpass.
Okay.
We're on Cash now, see?
It all comes around. It's all
apple
full
juice.
Circle. Apple juice. You haven't even had any today.
I have not had any apple juice.
That's the problem. That's why you're falling over your words.
I'm thinking about tequila today, Henry. But we're going back into it. We didn't actually swap equipment, so I'm not sure what the issue is with Angel. Angel's headset that he's wearing right now, by the way, has one of those larger headbands on it than Summit 1G. Like, I'm pretty sure he's talking to aliens.
You're always talking about Summit 1G.
Point, yeah, I have a secret crush on Summit. At some point, if we can get a close-up on that, it's pretty ridiculous.
Well, so is your session with a certain streamer. Anyway, we go into round number 6. We are back. AWP has been purchased for Kiev. A couple of Famouses I mentioned before. It's actually going to be Crispy on the 5-7. This is the aggression. They need to make something work here. AWP shots rattled off towards B store. It's what we spoke about. Need to find some sort of aggression here. But after firing that shot, I don't think anyone will be giving him a kill. We'll probably smoke him out in a second. As it's looking like now the T's slowly but surely edging their way towards the A-bomb side.
I like Tizian's mindset right there inside the A side as well, because he's watching the door, but he knows exactly where the spam comes in. So he just takes a few steps to the left. And it's a very subtle thing, obviously. A lot of you don't need that mentioned, but it's something that any newer player you can keep track of. A nice leg shot. Does catch Zero jumping back out, trying to hold on to that T-spawn position, making sure no one pushes in from B. But Tizian, nonetheless, does manage to get 2 kills, all on the back of efficiency, staying alive as they approach inside of the site. However, this does still allow the bomb plant. And as the 3 versus 3 comes into play, there's only the 1 kit on Kazuya, who's already made it to the top of Highway. He's going to try and wait for a chance to go over top of those barrels. The problem is that there's so many utilities kept right now on the T side that they've managed to smoke most areas off again. In turn, though, Alternate's actually elected to smoke in front of the door. It ends up haunting them, but their approach was simple. They wanted to use those smokes to their advantage and try and get into the site without dealing with a main. He's going to hold this inside the smoke. Oscar, he just gets off of it. That nearly worked out. Kazuya's going to get this regardless, but Oscar had no idea he was down below him.
What's the thing? You heard the defuse come in. I thought he would have vision over him, but I think on top of that red crate, the smoke was just hiding him a little bit too much. He had to jump down and go for a no-scope, and that was ultimately his downfall. So the CT's bouncing back here. aTTaX getting their second round. Money not too heavily affected for HellRaisers going forward. They have picked up the AWP once more. They did get the bomb down, so they're absolutely fine. But Money slowly dwindling away from them. It's just Kutcher who has 6K now. The rest of those guys will be reset if they lose this round. aTTaX in a similar position, have got a Famous this round as well, but Kiev back on towards the AWP. Smokes in towards middle. You can see the CT's reacting, trying to push through the smoke towards A main, see what they can do with it. Kiev's going to be flashed off as he does fire off a shot. Doesn't manage to land one just yet. Control gathered for Angel. He's got himself into defense as well. This could be a big frag. Could get a double here as well. Spraying off. Goes down to 4 HP. I think that's the right decision. Make sure you stay alive after picking that first frag.
I'm surprised Stefan got out of there with 67. It looked like some of those shots going through the vent were absolutely connecting, but he actually turns the situation around completely and puts Zero in the grave immediately as he spots him out toward Toxic. And this slows things considerably. Keep in mind, Angel, after that exchange, is only on 4, and he's committed to that check room. He's already dropped through the vent, which means Stefan just needs to hold this angle inside of the site. And that's at least what he's electing to try and do. Quick pop flash out toward B main, not really achieving much, other than a warning, perhaps, that, hey, I'm still here. Come at me if you dare. Unlike you, Henry.
I'll come at you all day long.
I'm not going to do that. Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say. Crisby up in heaven right now. Going to pop flash down. Good actually catch on the second player trying to walk out from Checker because they still haven't planted the bomb. Actually buying a lot of time and space. In fact, bomb in the hands of Kutcher is right in front of, or rather right below 2 CT players trying to get across still, and it can't. Finally, he's going to take the initiative because he has to, 22 seconds, but Keeve's waiting, Keeve's watching, and Keeve's going to drop him. And that should secure the round. They're trying to divide now from mid, but they can't get there in time. Oscar, 14 seconds. If he can find one pick, it may still be possible to get this down. But
possible.
Yeah, as soon as he goes to this now, they're going to move. Yeah, as soon as they hear it, look at that. 2 players together. One to take the shot, one to get the trade, although he's not there in time. And it was nearly a chance for the no-scope from Oscar.
Yeah, you can see Keeve wondering what the hell just happened there. The fact he got the M4 player down first actually made that a little bit viable. The no-scopes having to come in at close range did make it a little bit interesting there, but ultimately aTTaX do win. And I gotta say, I think that does affect the money for HellRaisers. Looking though, Kutcher with 9k, he'll be able to drop ample amounts of AK-47, so they definitely can still buy here. Going forward, it'll be interesting. I'd assume, though, I was going to say, I think they'll get 5 AKs. They've actually got the AWP out, so spreading themselves a little bit thin here. They have to have one player in kill. There it is. Sticko is going to be that man. aTTaX, though, bouncing back for plays 3. I think this one is going to go the distance map. The 3rd map of this series, loser is going home. Aggressive play, though, from Keeve in towards the A storage here. Has pushed into A main in front of that smoke. Unfortunately, can't land the second shot. Angel there to take him down. And it is a 4-on-4, which does favour the terrorists, it has to be said.
You would think so. But Tizian, again, trying to play that slightly wider position to avoid spam, has gotten 2 kills in this position before, so if you come up with that again, could still play promise to aTTaX in defending, as they're not on attack. So it's alternate defending versus HellRaisers. Sorry?
You're so good at this.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, that's all I can say.
Well, thank you for volunteering to be here.
You're welcome.
This might be my idea of hell.
As
homage. Little reference there for you.
Kazuya, reference game on point. Kazuya having that Paladin M4 yet again, although, as we know it, it's the second one he's had to use in this game. Unless it got saved by a teammate. We should have kept track of that. We should literally have a stat on that rifle.
It can't be the same one.
I don't think so, because they all were terminated in one particular round, so they didn't manage to save it. So that is the second one we're going to see. Nonetheless, things looking to be interesting in this mid position. This now, with HellRaisers pushing through mid all the way to CT spawn twice, starts to mean that they have to weigh more defense in that position. Nonetheless, as I said, Crisby on CT sides is a very efficient player. Started off with Tizian in that position. He comes over, gets 2 remaining kills, and it's now 4-4. But keep an eye on HellRaisers' approach to middle, because that's going to start to shift alternate attacks around.
Well, finally, it's taken a while, but aTTaX have finally broken down the money for HellRaisers. They will not be submitting just yet, though. They're going to be force buying into this round. 5 Tech-9s, full investment in terms of head armor and body armor. Smoke grenades, Molotovs, and they'll be going towards the A side once again. We saw this on the second round. I'm sure it'll be a very similar approach. But they have sent 1 player towards middle.
As Keeve's already up here, though, this is the different approach. This is them trying to hold off that exact aggression that we have seen, and it's going to be with the UMP this particular time. He spots the smoke going over. He's trying to figure out what it was, as it didn't really go in any particular direction. It does end up bouncing forth and landing at the top of highway. That's the intended destination, as Crisby now has to spray through it. He can't find an intended target as well, as it's going to be another bomb plant for HellRaisers on the A site. There's no one at quad to deny it. There's no one being a snake in the grass, Henry G.
Don't say it like that.
I'm sorry.
5-4. Still a very viable retake for aTTaX here, obviously. Things smoked out for now, but they're just testing all their soldiers, getting ready for the attack here. Smokes will be coming in. They have got a couple of grenades as well to work with. Kutcher actually taking down Tizian. There it is, the burning away of Oscar. Should be the end of the round here. Just 0 to keep the dream alive. If the quad does manage to land another headshot, but it's not going to be quite enough there, as aTTaX come in with the successful retake, only dropping 2 players there.
It's 2 successful retakes in succession as well, so something to note. A little gun juggling going on to make sure they get that AWP in a better position to grab, should they elect to. Nope, just want the M4 instead.
So then HellRaisers after.
Keeve's not allowed to pick up any other weapon in this game. That's the only gun he's... Thanks, Keeve.
After going up 4-1, aTTaX have bounced back emphatically here. 5 to place 4. And that bomb plant was definitely required for HellRaisers. Give them enough to work with here. And you can see how weak their buy is, though. They have got the AKs and the armor, but in terms of actual grenades, they are running very thin indeed. Looks like they're going for another 5-man committal towards the A bomb site. They're going to be walking in contact, I believe. AWP on Keeve. I'm sure he'll be waiting for them, as Tizian does spot players coming out. And will be Molotoving default right now.
Keeve already watching out right now toward top of middle, but it's Zero that gets the shot on Tizzy, and it started off Keeve. What a response, though, so quick with 2 kills. One with the Tech 9, a second on Oscar up close now, makes it back to a 3 versus 3. And another bomb point for HellRaisers on A, starting to get repetitive in some sense, and this time as well, without committing so many players in toward quad, they can try and hold on from A main. So that's a very smart and viable smoke. It puts pressure on Kutcher to have to win the initial duels, and he's not going to do it. This is going to be a defuse.
Yeah, not really much you can do here apart from die. It seems a defuse will be coming in, and there it is. Stefan's one defusing, the only guy without a kit. They've got him on it, but it doesn't matter.
Keeve gets one more close-up shot just for good measure.
Why not?
I'm still annoyed. I want him to use the M4. Has to keep that M4. I wonder if he'll gift it to me so I can keep the legacy going.
Well,
I'm gonna ask him. He's not gonna do it, but I'm gonna ask him.
Full loss bonus now for HellRaisers. That's 5 in a row lost. And with the bomb down as well, that means you do get a decent buy going in. 5 AKs, once again, they are spread a little bit thin. Have got Molotovs this time. I'm going to be going for more of a default setup. The AWP is being moved around. This time it's going towards B Store. He's going a little bit aggressive. Should find the pick there somehow. Doesn't land the shot. Keeve narrowly missing out. He's felt like it was an absolute sitter as well. I think we missed that on screen, but I promise you it was close. And now mid-control coming in for the terrorists. HellRaisers have pushed CTs back. This is fine, though. Mid-control is a benefit, but it doesn't win you rounds, as that's testament as Tizian does take down Kutcher towards highway.
Angel, great shot. Again, though, they're dividing this mid position, so very crucial that Keeve was there to get the trade, because that would have opened up a world of possibilities and cutting off rotations from A, leaving a single player inside the B site. Kazuya, well, he was going to be the only player directly inside Checker. He's gone down to 0, and it's a passive hold now from Keeve, who has to cover the cross. Bomb not yet in position to go forth, and only one single smoke from 0. That's now going to be deployed to exactly that position it had to be. Little lob nade in as well, though. Does good damage to Oscar. Takes him down to a further 35 HP from, I think it was 47 when he initially walked out close to the blast radius, but with just 2 players on this T side, they need to make sure they are damn careful about their approach to this situation. And already alternate attacks. Crispy gonna get up toward Heaven. Good spot from Oscar. The one vulnerability in this is that 0 needs to cover off the vents. There is a player in that position. Because if he leaves Oscar open or exposed to his right, he's sure to go down, and the player in vent's not actually going. He's waiting for the opportunity. They're being quite hesitant. Alternate attacks. I'm surprised they're taking this long. Now they're gonna go. Keeve's gone through that smoke. He's spotted by Oscar. 0 comes over to save him, but Crispy's gonna get him instead, and Oscar holds true, holds his ground, goes down in the end to Tizian. So the player from vent's waiting all the while. They're taking advantage of this additional 5 seconds.
Indeed.
Is gonna make the round work.
Well, that's 6 rounds in a row now for aTTaX. Every single retake going in their favor. It's similar scenes to what we saw on Cobble to kick things off here in his best of 3. HellRaisers, after winning that force buy in the second round, to really have a response in the real gun round to keep getting the bomb down consistently. The maximum loss bonus, $3,400, gives them something to work with. Smoke's coming in towards middle. I'd assume they're going for that mid-control once again. This time, though, Keeve is going to be waiting with them, changing his position every single round, staying dynamic, and this first pick may come in from as well. He has got to have some players on the screen any second now. There they are, flashbang to protect him as they make their way towards vents. It looks like a B split coming in, Matt.
Well, yes, it is, and it's also a splitting headache for Stefan. Caused by a bullet penetrating through his skull, of course, but I'm sure some aspirin will cure it, and he'll be back in the next round. As Keeve gonna try and use that AWP, but kind of nods down and acknowledges the smoke grenade in front, so tries to spray through, but or fire through nonetheless with the AWP, but doesn't land on any of his opponents. That gives now the advantage to HellRaisers firmly, as with 5 players still alive inside the site, the post-plant position becomes incredibly hard. Now, we've seen some good retakes from alternate attacks, 3 so far in this half, and I have to say, the number of bomb plants is certainly something to marvel and keep HellRaisers' economy rolling, but the number of retakes, again, is insane. These guys are so well coordinated right now on their CT side, it has to be noted. And I'm sure someone will take advantage of the Stat Helix demo and look at exactly the timings these guys are using, because there's very impressive.
How is that going down like that? That's crazy. The fact that you've got 5 people alive, the whole bomb site's yours, there's only 3 CTs remaining, and all of a sudden, a flurry of frags come in. There's the Kobe Bryant touchdown. Lovely stuff.
Sick little dance move on the way out, bro.
I just can't believe they've lost that round. I can see this looking at their booth right now. They've got their heads in their hands. I'm surprised I didn't say, oh, there is a pause coming in. This is perfect time to take a pause. Like, I'm sure it's tactical at this point. What the hell is going on?
That's the most incredibly good retake I've seen in a long time.
They get the first 2 picks.
5v4.
And then you feel like, okay, they've done it. They've got enough down. How can they lose this round? All of a sudden, 4 kills with the CTs out of absolutely nowhere. Just push through the smoke. Really efficient stuff there. Flashbangs working out perfectly. Nades all over the bomb site. And the HellRaisers now bomb down once again. Still can buy, but they're just not getting any rounds in a row. They're not winning anything. So it's always going to be quite weak buys there. You can see the guys just kind of discussing now. I've got their coach there, kind of giving them advice as to what to do. To be honest, what can you really say in this situation? You're getting the kills, you're getting the bomb down, you're getting in these clutch situations, and no one's delivering when it matters. This is exactly what happened on Cobble, if you remember, Matt. There was so many situations. They had the man advantage to bomb down. The fundamentals were there. The approach to the round was good. It was just finishing it off and just playing correctly in those situations. For some reason, I don't know how you lose 4 frags in the space of 5 seconds.
I don't either. That's why I'm saying there's got to be some like stat helix advantages here to look at the exact breakdown so you can see everyone in that. I mean, potentially we could even use that.
Let's remember, round 12.
Round 12, 8, well, with the stat helix, we just have to remember the score at the time. So 8-3 would have been the round.
Yeah.
And we should look at that because that was super quick in the way they came in. And I'm curious to see what utilities were dispersed in order to make that possible. Like you say, pushing through smoke, that's one thing. That's manly, but they obviously had some well-timed flashes to make that work.
Well, the pause will be ending shortly. While you're here, you could enter our Facebook competition we have going right now. You go to facebook.com/, is it /TechTV? I think that's it. Let me confirm for you, Matt. I know you're worried. Of course, I haven't got the...
You've got a lovely photo there, though, Henry.
I've got a photo of our family. Pick it up on screen.
That's our new family photo.
There we go.
Look at that. Look.
We're going to put that up on the mantelpiece. It's,
Did you know that I got that sweater on the side of the road on the way to Sinaia in Romania for like $20? I think it was like 10 euros.
When did you give birth to the bear?
You were the one that gave birth.
Nope.
You are the bitch in this relationship.
Whoa.
You should be proud.
I
You did all that hard work. You've gone through all the pain of giving a baby. You deserve some credit. I don't know why I called you bitch. You're actually the real man of this relationship.
Thank you. Aggressive attack coming in from Keith. He tried this once before. Worked out for him this time. Not going to be boosting himself up. Like I said before, HellRaisers on that full loss bonus. Bombs going down every single time. Just can't seem to deliver when it matters. They're going to be opening the squeaky door, making their way out aggressively. It's going to be Tizzy to get the first frag. Heavy trying to come back out of the main entrance there. It's going to be Zero. Picks up those first 2 frags. And finally, Matt, we've got a round that can go in their favor. 4-on-2.
I'm not going to call anything around that can go in their favor after seeing how quickly things turned last time. This time, both coming from Truck. They've got that information, and there's a little bit of help given as Kazuya fires a bullet into the butt of Stefan.
Okay.
But Oscar, this is a good spot to be in. This is a great angle to hold. Needs to land the shot, but does eventually, and that'll shut things down. 3 for Kazuya as he walks back up toward the top of Highway, looking spots Oscar, trying to catch him out saving. He now knows he's going to come as a surprise inside this site. That's actually really good because he knows Oscar's going to be a long way away. Trigger Discipline looks for 1, tries to get this flurry discipline and execution as it transfers over, but the more time he buys here, the faster Oscar comes back into the fold, and Kutcher doesn't need his help regardless. But are they going to get away? Is the ball? Nope, Kutcher loses the rifle.
This is the thing. He knew he could win the round, but he knows the money's a little bit weak. For HellRaisers, they finally get a round on the board there. It's been a while. I think it was, like 7 in a row they lost, but they're bouncing back. Scoreline's currently 8-5. That does reset that loss bonus, though, so they are to lose this round. It's actually pretty desperate for them. How close these rounds are reflected right now in the CT bike. You can see they've got 3 Famases. So just to go show that every round has almost been a clutch or a retake here in very desperate times for aTTaX, but they keep coming out on top time and time again. There's aggression coming in from Kiev once more, pushing into B storage with the AWP, can give a decent call off to his teammates. The same tactic coming in from HellRaisers, sending 3 players towards the squeaky door right now. Tizian's going to be waiting for them. Managed to get the first frag last time. Does it again this time as well, but quickly neutralized by Zero. 4-on-4, Crispy is waiting for them.
Frisbee again, though. Efficiency is key. It's going to go down this time, though, to Angel. But it's Kutcher who gives the offsetting kill, and Oscar's going to contribute to that further as it now becomes 3 versus 1. Kiev back to the Z connector at mid, and an AWP that completely overlooks on a very quick peek toward the top of Highway the fact that Oscar was up close, and that's going to make it 8-6. So this half is sure to be split. I think it has the potential and all the possibilities with the money as it is right now in alternate attacks to go 8-7, which would be actually a good recovery for HellRaisers in this. It gives them the chance to wrap this series up. Remember, map 3 we are currently in.
The last round here, UMP 5-7s and Deagles. So HellRaisers, after what looks like a little ropey start for them, they do manage to rectify some mistakes here. And that A strat is 3 people towards squeaky door, very simple. 1 player towards A main and 1 towards middle, smoking off that connector, trying to take the vision away So when his teammates do come out, there's no one towards highway. Flashbang going into A main now to be Tizzy leading the charge. They actually have managed to bash Angel, but it's not going to be enough as he does manage to take down one. Oscar helping him out as well. And it is going down to a 5-on-3 this round. It should be guaranteed now for HellRaisers. Only 5-7s and Deagles to hold them off. But never say never. Let's see what is on to happen. And here we go. Stefan does take down Kutcher towards middle there.
This is interesting as well from Zero to be that far back away from the bomb so soon, because he may actually catch out the single lurk player right now from the terrorist side. Of course, that's Stefan. They've actually passed each other though, because Zero's gone so far over to B to find it that Stefan's gone through the B connector in toward mid and has evaded him. But Oscar getting the pick on Crisby nonetheless will make things a little more probable. Good shot from Stefan. Now, Sticko will know where both players are because he died to the one on on highway and spotted up Kazuya at quad, but he's got the AK because they've elected to fall back off of this, and not smart so far though, because Stefan with an AK of his own manages to take down Angel. This brings it back to 2 versus 2. All the while though, Zero has been evaluating B. They'll hear that vent pop, they surely must have. But he's in between both of the HellRaisers players, and that could be a massive problem if this round goes against them.
Wow.
Great shot. It's an absolute disaster for HellRaisers. Zero finally makes his presence known. He's gonna go back to grab the bomb, and he's spotted Kazuya dropping down, and he saves the round just barely as it goes 8-7.
Really tough times there for HellRaisers, just about holding on. Zero, the hero, and he gets 2 to finish things off. Scary times though, considering how aTTaX went into that round with a UMP and some pistols. Surprising it got so deep there and down to the 1-on-1 finally though. HellRaisers getting some luck in these clutch situations. 7 rounds definitely workable, not ideal. But we're going straight into the second half here. aTTaX leading now 87 as they now switch over to the T side. And we'll have a look at their buy. I remember these guys actually just straight up be rushing when we last casted them. Let's see what they decide to do this time. So far, purchasing 1 utility player is going to be Kazuya and Crispy as well. Both got smoke grenades. Going to be heading towards the B-bomb site.
B-bomb site, which now has at least Zero inside of it, as well as Angel has gone for the quick drop down from Heaven. He's busted out that vent early, trying to cause a little bit of confusion potentially, and also give vision if anyone tries to peek through and spot him as he's wide and not in the cover of the box. Flash in through the smoke, and it's Angel to get the opening picks. It's Stefan that drops first. Zero shuffling away from Flames, has to try and get a secondary shot on the approach and entry, but Kutcher's come into the fold, and Sticko's arrived as well. So everyone on HellRaisers finding kills, and not any damage being done by alternate attacks in return, as Tizian finds himself in a 1 versus 5.
Yeah, you can see aTTaX went for that simple B play again, waited for any sort of aggression coming into the CTs. Kept the smoke grenades once they got through the smoke, to go smoke towards upper and CT spawn, get the bomb down, but unfortunately didn't really inflict any damage to the CTs whatsoever. It's Kutcher who stepped up, 2 frags for him. Sticko and Angel helping him out. Just going to be Tizian remaining, and not for much longer as Kutcher gets his 3rd of the round and settles things up at 8-8 here. So a big round for HellRaisers to win there. And I'm sure we'll see a force by coming from aTTaX this round. Desert Eagles, as we mentioned before, these guys love a Deagle. And we'll be trying to work picks. Cash is definitely an ideal map to be using it on. Lots of long-range angles, lots of opportunities to boost, open doors, and we'll see what they can do with it. Looking at the buy for HellRaisers, P90, Famises, UMP, and Kutcher with the only M4 in hand. So let's see how they decide to approach the situation.
What did the fish say when he swam into a cement wall?
Don't know.
Damn. Oscar already inside of A main, has the smoke to let him get to the boxes. A little bit of map control established. And he's gonna go a little bit further. This is a bit interesting. That P90 in this position can be absolutely lethal, but they've lost Sticko already. How many times this weekend have we seen the Pistols on the second round pick up the first kill? As Oscar overextends slightly, he's gonna take some damage in the doorway.
Well then, this is still a man advantage that Beagle working out for Tizian. 5 on 4. The CT's not yet to react. You can see poor old Zero towards B by himself. Angel making his way back towards middle. The T's still working out how they're going to approach this because they don't have a single grenade here. So just boosting up one player is going to be Angel that drops Tizian here and bringing it back to the 4 on 4. But still a lot to do. Nice shots being exchanged. You can hear on the screen right now.
Yes. Well, we could see the text of the nice shots, and we already saw the nice shots.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. We should be specific about that.
Ooh.
That's a nice shot that we can see on our screen, though. Crisby nails Kutcher, and now they've got a man advantage further with an M4 picked up for none other than Kiev. And we know what he's like with M4s. He tends to hold on to them quite dearly. It's going to be Angel getting back into Stefan, but now Keev shows his face. It's going to be him getting back in immediately to Angel, but watch Zero's position on the site because he's got a good position with that UMP. He's got low HP players in front of him. Oscar's going to pop out, and Oscar's going to take down Keev. They hold on to the round, but just barely.
After getting this opening Deagle kill, as you thought, aTTaX had got that one, showing how deadly they can be. But the play right now from Oscar and Zero, great team play there, working together, taking distractions, and spraying down the P90 to finish it off. aTTaX now buying a few more Desert Eagles and P250s, but around you'd assume it's going heavily in HellRaisers' favor. 9 plays 8 now as they take the lead. For the first time in a long time. As we enter round number 18. aTTaX once again with no real grenades to work with. And unfortunately that one's going to land on the chest of Crispy as he goes down to 65 HP. Just trying to work a pick here once again towards middle. Did get a fantastic shot last round, but I feel like HellRaisers may have learned their lesson, won't be making the same mistake twice. Bomb still down towards T-spawn. Just trying to bait out any grenades they can from the CTs before bunching up and exploding onto one of the bomb sites.
Kutcher in by NBK has a switch and bait position with Oscar set as they both contain similar and close proximity to each other on A right on entry. Kazuya with the Deagle is going to try and evaluate again at B. That has given him the range advantage toward that UMP at the headshot position over toward Generator. We'll see if he's going to find that shot on Zero first. He looks for the peak, nails it. Absolutely drills him with the Deagle. An incredible shot, and now he's got a chance to try and push further as well. So once more, the Pistols do have the opening pick in the round. So he needs to be a little bit careful because as we saw it, and he's yet to find out, Angel is waiting behind the box and checker. It's gone overlooked. They've all gone by. The MP9, the sewing machine, it's going to stitch 2 shot already in the nade. It's going to do further damage as Oscar comes around. That's from the vent with the M4, and he'll finish it out by taking down Stefan. And that's going to do the round. It's going to be 8-10, but now the guns will come up for alternate attacks.
Here's the shot on your screen right now. Kazuya's glorious 1-bullet headshot with the Desert Eagle. That's the only kill they get that round, but still, he can take some pride away with that. 10 plays 8 now in favor of HellRaisers. Keev has pulled out the AWP, has been very influential with that weapon so far on this map especially, so let's see what he can do now. HellRaisers, interesting enough, keeping the aforementioned sewing machines into the form of 2 MP9s here. And going to be going aggressive towards the squeaky door as well. Crispy waiting for them now. I think they should probably bail out of this situation. Going to be committing to it though as well. Angel pushing A storage as well, leaving Crispy stuck between a rock and a hard place here as they do manage to figure the first 2 frags as well. Really sensational opening tactic there. Very aggressive, of course, but managing to pick up the first 2 frags and salvaging an AK-47 as well. So that's worked out perfectly there for HellRaisers. Are you okay? Did you get enough sleep last night?
No, you were snoring again.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
You were snoring from about 8 o'clock to 10:30.
Wow, that's very precise.
Yep, because I was awake all that time. Thanks very much. Tizian inside of mid right now, and Keev already boosted up. Looks like they'll try and exploit this position and try and divide the map as they can. Now, as we see it, they've also got so much map control and aggression out toward A that Kazuya is being very smart to check over toward the locker, but he's going to go down instead to Angel, and that might bode stead to try and allow a push onto B, but already some damage coming in from Keev. Where did that damage actually come in from?
5 on 2. Just Keev and Tizian remain. And after that really nice start from HellRaisers, they haven't given anything away until now. Sticker does get dropped finally by Tizian, but it's a 4-on-1. 25 seconds remaining, no real control of the map. It's going to be Oscar to seal the deal and bring it into 11 plays 8. No bomb plant at all for aTTaX, nothing really to report for them at all. Very fast, aggressive play from HellRaisers, pushing in towards Squeaky Door and A main as well, just being a complete nuisance for aTTaX there. They were playing a very slow pace, pick-based game. They were shut down by the MP9s. So they won't be force buying this round, but they will be getting a couple of, make it 3 Tech 9s to Desert Eagle for Crispy and a couple of flashbangs as well. That's about it. Heading 4 players towards the B storage. Zero is about to be tested, but he has bought himself some time in the form of some smoke grenades here.
Gotta love the old smoke grenades, Henry Greer.
Don't tell them your real name.
Sorry. You named yourself Henry G. It's your own doing. As Zero's doing will be to drop 2 players on entry. Successful so far, a 3rd one as well. As it is going to be Keev that gets taken down. Sticko, he'll hold on emphatically as well with the USP above on the rafter. And it's going to make it 12-8.
Indeed it is.
Do you want to go on a date? Nah,
Yeah.
not taking you anyway. Go find you someone else.
Okay. Well, we read out your Tinder game yesterday, so you're obviously the master.
Yeah, she blocked me. She unmatched me real quick.
That was amazing. What did you say?
I don't know.
I was just out of sleep. If you want to join me next time, let me know. I'm not surprised she blocked you. A little bit
That is pretty
creepy.
tame, to be honest.
Anyway, 12 plays 8. It's actually Stefan that gets the first pick. Kazuya chiming in as well. Finally, a 5-on-3 going in favor of aTTaX. They've got mid-control as well. You can see the CT's reacting to this. It's going to be Kutcher pushing in Squeaky Door. Maybe to find a frag here as well. Needs to commit to this. Can't really back out now. As Crispy takes him down. Now this is a round almost certainly going in favor of the Germans. As Keeb gets one as well. And it's going to be Oscar remaining. And you feel like he's not long for this world. I would just say save at this point considering he has an orb.
Do you remember? Oh, well, he's going to actually attempt this. Miracle Oscar.
Do I remember what?
Last year, actually, on Valentine's Day, one of the coolest things I saw was on the subreddit, and it was my girlfriend made this card for me, and you opened up the card, and all it said was, "This Valentine's Day, I'm going to let you rush B." It's fantastic. And Stefan's going to take down Oscar. No saving the up. I'm not sure why he even bothered to put himself in that position because he had an escape route any other way from either Z connector or back toward A site, but he's going to go down.
Rush B.
You should know all about that, Henry.
I do. Round number 22. aTTaX now on a little bit of reset. They lose this round. Keeb has got the AWP once more, but so has Oscar. Are going to be committing 5 players towards the B side of the map once again. That's worked out before. They can get this opening frag and swarm the bomb side. No real reason why they can't commit to this. You can see now Angel reading the situation after seeing no mid presence will be helping Zero out here. And here comes the execution. aTTaX very good at these ones. The Molotov actually has failed though. It doesn't matter as Stefan gets the opening frag. Angel now trying to find anyone he can for this. That flashback somehow does take down Tizian with him.
Well, and now we have to watch from Kutcher's attempt to try and get back inside the sights from the confines of a rat cage at mid. And he does manage at least 1 kill, and he's going to fall away from it. He knows that's drawn too much attention, so over toward the long approach, he will go instead. Bomb's not planted, so they've got time to deal with this. They've got time to contend these picks, and it's going to be Oscar who contends correctly against Keeb. It's now 2 versus 2, and they've burrowed themselves, the terrorists, on the back platform of the site, meaning that Kutcher's got all the free reign in the world. However, he's got to slow up because both players got picks and vents and elected to go elsewhere. This is all too easy, all too clean. And Oscar should have stayed in the vents, apparently, because he's greeted by Stefan, who's managed to get himself way out towards CT spawn. It comes to Kutcher to try and clutch it out. And alternate aTTaX hit double digits with a very quick round. Well, I shouldn't say quick, but a very quick execution once they got that bomb down.
Yeah, you saw them get themselves in B control into B storage. Full execution coming in. Great exit entry kill from Stefan to take down the player. A headshot, I think it was Zero. And slowly but surely chipping away at the cash for HellRaisers. They lose this round. They are onto an eco. You see Angel now just with the FAMAS in hand. Only 1 kid as well. Oscar going naked with the AWP. He's going to be going towards B storage. It's a fast mid take this time. Coming in for the terrorists. Hitting 3 players up there. Spraying through the smoke. HellRaisers trying to do something with this. Unable to land any damage as of yet. It's going to be Stefan once again pushing in first. Does to get taken down by Sticker this time. They needed that so badly. Giving us some sort of footing into this round. It's a 5-on-4 in favor of HellRaisers now, but aTTaX do have that mid control. And get a kill for it as well, but it's going to be Zero that answers back straight away. Angel, they're going aggressively. This is a risky move, but it pays off. And it doesn't get answered back as well. Keep going down here.
That's unfortunate.
Once he missed that shot, he knew he was done for.
So Crispy's going to fade away from this 1 versus 4. And Henry, when do you kick a midget in the balls?
Don't know.
When he's standing next to your girlfriend telling you her hair smells nice. Took you a minute. Now, Crispy's going to go down, traded by Angel. It's 1 further gun drop, but 3 rounds to go now. Map 3, remember. And this could spell disaster as alternate aTTaX facing elimination in this situation.
13-10 now. HellRaisers on a round that they need to win that. The entry kills count. Stefan was dropping down first as aTTaX went for that mid control. Still have money in the bank. They're going to be going for another booster. This time's going to be Keeb boosted up. Looking for the shot with the AWP. It hasn't been given anything yet. He has got targets on the screen. That's going to be Sticker towards the short box. He is facing a little bit, but keeping himself passive. No one wants to overcommit and give that first frag away here. Still quite a difficult buy for the CTs. Kutcher just on a FAMAS and no grenades. 2 kits to play with as well. Spreading themselves out, not really committing to anything as of yet. Kazuya towards that toxic area and B, showing some presence there, but no one really landing any damage as of yet.
Kazuya evaluating B is going to force a bit of attention to be done, and I like this shuffle right now going on between Angel and Sticko. He's just going to fall back toward the truck and be in a faster, Sticko obviously toward the truck and be a faster rotation, but Angel getting back into mid-late might give a false sense of security to aTTaX, but they were never really evaluating that position. They've been setting up right now for a double smoke execution as it would appear.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be single. It's going to be just actually Keeve that throws one over. It looked like Kazuya was going to join in, but it's going to be A nonetheless. That's going to cover off toward truck, bring Sticko further away from this. He's gone down already, and now it's Kutcher to fall. Good trade kills from aTTaX, though, as they leave the smoke on quad open. They want it out. Oh, nice throw, Angel. How do you kill Angel? Just give him a grenade, apparently. Nonetheless, Keeve will do the duty. It's going to be a nice shot, leaving just 0 remaining, and he's already looking to save. So 13-11, and Money a little bit grim after a quick reset.
Yes, I would say.
Although it's only 2 rounds it was against him, it was a quick reset for HellRaisers. I have to say, Alternate's done well to keep themselves in this, considering how far down they were in this first part of this half.
Yeah, absolutely. They did lose 5 rounds in a row, but slowly but surely, a decent AXQ here. You can see how HellRaisers were struggling with that. They went for the boost on the bomb site, didn't back out quickly enough, and just in such a horrible, awkward situation as the execution came in from aTTaX there. They got to keep 3 players alive as well.
What? I didn't know what was going on. I heard fans cheering, and
I heard a lot of people cheering.
I don't know what was going on.
I'm sure it's not the Counter-Strike, but they're enjoying themselves.
It's probably Fu's fault.
True. Well, let's have a look at the money for HellRaisers. They did manage to save an M4A1S onto 0. The rest of the team, though, can't really justify anything into this one, apart from maybe a few Deagles. A 50-50, and Angel and Kutcher not investing anything. So, going to be down to 0 if they're going to have any chance of winning this round. For him to step up and do something with it. He's going to be heading towards Checkers himself.
Senpai, 0. Please don't notice him, Senpai, because he's trying to go forward and get aggression. It's going to let Angel be the bait with the pistol. That smoke, though, means that 0 is going to go a lot further to find the trade, and he can't. So an odd smoke actually costs them just slightly, but
yeah,
he's going to hold on from James Bardoff, as we named that spot at Play It Cool.
King Bardoff.
And back over towards A instead, though. Sticko with the Deagle on top of the ladder. Has a smoke down below, so as he falls, his vision is deterred, but he's going to jump and see if he can spot toward the forklift. This from Oscar, though, could be peculiar. He's shut that door, and he's going to come out late, but Tizian turns and finds him quickly before any damage could be done, leaving just Sticko in behind the forklift. And Kazuya is going to find him immediately. It's Kutcher on the retake with 0, but they've just managed to pick up the single M4. Low HP on 2 players, mind you, so 0 does take care of the first one. That's Kazuya. If Stefan gets found out quickly, this could be a problem, and further that up, he's taking down Crisby, but it is traded immediately.
13 plays 12 now. aTTaX still applying the pressure here. One more to level things out. We thought this one would go right down to the wire, and it's delivered on that front so far. Looking at the buy for HellRaisers. 2 pharmacists, they have got the orb back out on Oscar, but still a difficult buy. Then you have 1 kit to play with. And aTTaX looking very strong indeed going forward. They seem to have found their mojo now in the second half. More mid presence for HellRaisers this time, as Oscar does go towards B with the orb. Got to be boosted in defense, it seems. As it's that 5-man attack coming in from the German side once again. This worked very well for them last time. It was Stefan that got that great opening kill, but Oscar with the AWP this time. Going to be caught in a difficult position. Does get flashed out. He's stuck towards headshot. Does manage to land the first kill, regardless of being in fire, but he does get dropped eventually.
Couldn't get away from it fast enough. 0 traded immediately by Kazuya as he tried to come in from checker room late. And it's Sticko inside of the smoke, not yet found. Could be a huge problem for alternate aTTaX as that bomb is in the position to get planted on the back of the site. Hello. Hello.
What's this?
Hi, how are you? How are you? You're dead. That's how you're doing, Sticko. Well done, sir. Goes out for the second peek, but can't yet find the angle he desires. But Angel's going to be there for the alternate approach to shut down Kazuya. It's left to Crisby, and in that time, not able to get a bomb plant. So now 1 versus 3. He's going to try and fight his way out instead. Pop flash off the wall, both able to avoid that. Angel looking into the wall. As Crisby gets managing 1 more kill, but Angel's there to trade that as well. So it's going to go to 14-12 now, as HellRaisers now within 2.
There we go. It's actually going to be a little bit of hard times here for aTTaX going forward. And Khalil, a Tech 9 for Tizian and Stefan. HellRaisers, but it's still not fantastic. Came down to another 1v1 there. That B attack, although looked successful, it was HellRaisers to get himself in very advantageous positions on the retake, and it's going to be Keeve that opens things up, gets boosted, and Angel in no man's land does get taken down and punished for his decision. 5 and 4 now. They may be going for another booster, you know. This is a risky decision, but Sticko makes it work, and maybe smoking himself out of danger here, but the terrorists ready to react. They're going for the boost again. This is so crazy. They make footsteps now as well. That's going to give the game away. As Crispy is waiting on the other side. Could phase after that flashbang. He's desperately trying to get out there. Goes down to 22 HP. Not so fortunate for Oscar, though, as he is punished. Sicko will have a similar fate as well. This game has been so back and forth. Kutcher and Zero remain now in the 4-on-2 situation.
So Kutcher has to sit tight, sit back. And money is still becoming an issue late in this game.
It will be this round, next round it will be.
Absolutely. If HellRaisers won this, they would have been on potentially 15 facing a save. Instead, it could be a save for HellRaisers and 13 for alternate, meaning that they could find their way quickly at 14-14 before the guns get redrawn. So that pill from Kutcher means the world right now. And Kutcher's going to, again, just be the solo player on A. He's trying to figure out which approach they're trying to take, if it's going to be on A, if it's going to be on B. And right now, with both players heading over toward the B side of the map with the bomb in the hands of Kyiv, who has the AWP, but only 43 HP, as smartly throws that away. He needs to be the one to try and open this up. So already looking toward heaven. Zero's going to hear them now because they've walked in and they've let go of the shift key. They're fully running. They're fully toward the platform. And Tizian getting that kill means Kutcher is basically in a massive position. If he can clutch this, then it's pretty much GG. If not,
no, it's
going to be a world
he's stuck
of problems,
behind
yeah.
without the vent being popped yet. He doesn't really have many grounds of, or many options really to go through it. He's just going to have to fall back and try and save the weapon here. We know how low the money is going to be next round. It is going to be a hard reset. $1,400 at this stage of the game really does give aTTaX a massive window of opportunity to get back into this. Could mean a double eco if he dies as well. So he knows him staying alive is very valuable indeed going forward. B bomb site seeming to work out very well for aTTaX here. This time they went for the mid boost. It was Angel that was caught out of position. Just had Pharmacist to work with. Tried to do what they could, but they went for another boost again and got punished on the retreat. aTTaX just had to play the round effectively there from that point and worked out very well for them. So 14-13 now, as I said, hard reset for HellRaisers. $1,400 each going into their accounts. Did save an AK, but can't really justify a force buy, not at this stage of the game. Need to have something to work with next round. But aTTaX definitely going to take them to 14-14 now. I think it goes without saying.
well, that's the issue now because no one, including HellRaisers, before losing their economy, could secure that overtime point, and it's going to be a brawl. Even when they hit 14-14, it's still going to be break point for both teams, unless this round is massively efficient for alternate attacks. So that should be their goal. If they can keep 5 up here when they hit 14-14, and if they have to play for the overtime point, they'll still have weapons.
AK-47 on Kutcher. aTTaX are aware of the money reset situation here. They don't want to force anything or run into a stack. Haven't gone for any sort of recon play. Everyone's got to have rifles, especially Kyiv. He's got the AWP. You see him just slowly but surely working their way into a clear area here. It's going to be Stefan. He's going to find some confrontation towards that A storage. Let's see who gets the best of this one. The fact, luckily, he is spotted, and Tosca could have been a thorn in their side there, but Stefan does capitalize. Another great entry kill for him. And that should be a signal for them to go into the A-bomb side now.
Cross-point Molotovs, one to cover NBK, one to cover Quad. Third one as well on the main point of the site will now clear pretty much everywhere for Crispy to go for the plant. And there's no Molotovs on the CT side because obviously it was pretty much a full save, so they can't try and deny the plant from Carr with that throw over top of the A building. But Kyiv just making sure no one's going to push in late with these pistols, do economic damage, because that's the name of the game. Kutcher's going to save his AK-47, but they'll play for this at 14-14, and still HellRaisers, it's theirs to win or lose, because as I mentioned, alternate attacks, if they can keep all 5 up right now, will have guns regardless of playing for overtime point or not.
Not really much CT can do here, apart from save that AK-47, of course. AWP still in hand of Kyiv, and they're just doing what they can to find any kills. CT's trying to come in for some cheeky frags to the end, but not going to work out. When you've hit it, 14-14, this will go the entire distance here. We will see every single round played. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get an overtime here, considering the money HellRaisers have this time. Very fortunate to save that AK-47. Force buying in with the Pharmacist, the M4. Only a couple of kits purchased so far, not huge amounts of utility. We saw them go aggressive on the round of the MP9s. I'd like to see something similar like that. Let's try and get the first pick. Let's fall back and rectify the situation. Keep going towards the B storage with the AWP. Looking for that first pick here. Not going to have anyone facing him just yet. CT's actually playing quite a passive game here. There we go. I'm sure this will be more the same from aTTaX. They want to make sure they don't throw anything away, give anyone.
Good prediction from Stefan. might have heard the jump, but that was very well predicted that he would walk through the smoke, and Oscar pays the price for it. Not only that, Angel low right now with 43 HP.
Indeed.
This is starting to look very good for alternate attacks.
In fact, they have 3 Famishes and M4 and aTTaX in full control of the round. Man advantage on the T side of Cash. Could control the map completely. Full mid control as well, just slowly but surely gaining real estate. Being so cautious as well. They send one player towards events to kind of sniff out checkers, see what's available. He's actually got control of it as well, I think, as well. So this is massive. As we've got Zero now defending that bomb site. That's got backup from Angel, but is it going to be enough as they start their ascent onto the B bomb site?
Kiev pushing in toward Checker's going to clear out the vents, but it's Zero instead that gets the first kill for HellRaisers. It's traded, though, immediately. And now alternate in an even better position. Bomb being planted as well. It's all on the retake for HellRaisers. Or do they call it early and play for overtime? That's the bigger question. And as 2 players are already fading away, I think that's the call. Kutcher and Angel, they've conceded this. They want to go beyond the 30th round. That's their last hope.
It's a bitter pill to swallow map, but sometimes it's the best way. Unfortunately, they will be going into the final round. And you know the terrorists have enough cash here. They'll be going for the hunt. They want to make sure this last round is as easy as possible. Hunt them down their Tech 9s, just check every single position. CT spawn, you can almost guarantee someone's going to be there. Go check it out. Behind that van, it's going to be Sticker who gives his position away, but does take down Kiev and gets Crispy as well, so he will be keeping his weapon. Not going down without a fight, it seems. Unfortunately, though, there it is. Stefan does take that Sticker in the end. And it's a real difficult last round. That one gun alone, man, so important. The fact they even got one, doesn't matter they lost an AK in the process. They're going to be real strong this round. They're so close to series point. It's gone the whole distance here. This is it.
Kiev going to play an even more peculiar angle out toward the sign right now, not even next to the crate. It's clever, it's nifty, and it'll work if HellRaisers try to get aggressive on their CT side. There's already a smoke deployed, so this will give them the consideration that they may just do that, but they're not. We can see it differently. They're just actually holding inside of the B site.
There we go.
All the way back from heaven. Meanwhile, some aggression on the A side, just some spray, just some firing rifles, particularly AK-47s in through that blue door, but we haven't seen this all game in that Kutcher. Great shot back by Angel.
Through the door.
Thanks very much for giving me the tracers. I'll take that invitation, and he actually takes down Crisby. And I was about to say, we've also got Kutcher boosted up inside of A right now, which could be something that catches them off as well, because we haven't seen it in the entire game.
Big kill there from Angel through the door. Well, just when they needed a lifeline as well. They got the 5 and 4 in their favor. Still not out of the woods yet. Still 4 players to find. 50 seconds remaining. Time ticking away. You can see aTTaX a little bit scared here, perhaps. Not really sure what they want to do with this. Bomb's still down. Kiev by himself towards B storage, just hoping someone walks into his crosshair. Not going to happen today, my friend. As Kutcher has been boosted up.
This is the thing.
This is actually a really nice time to do it.
It's the last round, potentially. They haven't all game, so why would they start now? Flash goes in, they'll walk right by, and he can just trigger discipline. He can just line them up, and he'll do just that. 2 kills already. In overtime, it looks to be pending. Good response from Kazuya, but they still haven't dealt with the fact that Angel's behind the forklift, and now it rides all on Kazuya's shoulders. And his shoulders have very little life left in them. 19 HP. It's taken down in the end by Angel, and it's overtime in map number 3.
Yeah, really nice time for Kutcher to get up in that boost. Creative play for them. Angel, you have to feel like getting a little bit of luck from the gods there. How fitting.
I mean, to be fair, that was pretty...
I mean, this is such an opportune moment for that to happen.
Right.
In fact, to get the kill for the door is quite a rare thing.
Not only that, if you're spraying through the door for that long and you haven't got a kill, it's kind of getting a little bit carried away.
I just think what I mean by he can't believe his luck. He's actually been given that opportunity.
Yeah.
And he didn't really have to work for it. And 5 and 4, Kutcher boosted up perfectly on the bomb site. That's a real perfect time for him to do that and be ready for them. So after a real struggle in the first map, and a convincing performance in the second map, HellRaisers have managed to get themselves back into it. We can see that the HellRaisers are trying to take a cheeky break there. Let's just get on with it.
They wanted 1 minute, and Angel wanted to wash his hands. I think palms were sweaty.
Go on, say it.
If you know what I mean, Henry.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, okay. You're too black to listen to White Rap.
It's been said before.
Doubt it.
HellRaisers now. I hope we get this one underway. It's always a little bit of an anticlimax to get to overtime and we take like a 20-minute break. Let's get on with it. There we go. HellRaisers looked like they're on the back foot completely. That last round by wasn't ideal. Famus's M4's lack of utility. They managed to make it work though. Kutcher, definitely the MVP of the round. That great boost working out for them. Everything reset though. May I remind you, the loser of this round will be going home. Where's your camera? Probably should.
I'm
Sit up a little bit.
Down.
Hi.
Take a look at these awesome slippers. I've had these for like 10 years, man. They hold up. They've been through thick and thin. A little black at the soles. Wore them out in Cologne last week.
What were you doing at Cologne?
Dressed up as a lumberjack. Went and partied.
Okay.
Carnival.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was good. It was all right.
Good times?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Yeah, what'd you do last weekend?
I think I was ill with flu. So
You were, actually. That's true.
not much. I'm still recovering now. My voice sounds a bit raspy still, but we're getting there. Getting stronger each day.
So what's your thoughts in this overtime based on the trends we've seen developing? I think HellRaisers looked the better the teams on the CT side, but only because they were denying bomb plants, but the retakes from alternate attacks. I mean, usually you'd say, okay, a team playing retakes, that's only going to last so long, that's going to stabilize eventually. Not in this case.
I'm just looking at the chat right now. Why every time we come on camera does this fill up with Kappa Prides?
Because look at you, Henry.
Well, it's two of us on camera.
I'm just along for the ride, if you know what I mean. Hey.
Exactly.
Kappa Prides. That's why.
Well, what do I think about the overtime? I feel like it's going to be an exciting affair. It's going to be HellRaisers starting on CT. They had a decent approach. It was a slow start for them. Actually, they had a really strong start. It was a tactic bouncing back, sorry. And I love their approach. They showed some mixes of aggression. And even when times were hard, they're managing to find something with those difficult buys, especially Kutcher at the end there. And I feel like that's going to lock aTTaX on till of anything. That was their game to throw away. And they just seemed so scared in the last round. They didn't really have the same emphatic approach they had towards middle, weren't taking the control. Falling back or quite sheepish, weren't even sticking together. And we're going back into it. It's actually not the longest break I've seen for a while.
It's interesting that they're trying to push the admins a little bit and take breaks going into overtime, because that's something that's normally frowned upon. You normally have to power through it. Part of going into overtime is the mental fortitude of playing this long, because it can be mentally exhausting when you're at this level, when the pressure is applied, when it's make or break. And remember, MR5 and 3 HP already for Angel as he got walled up inside mid.
Here we go then. This is MR5 16K, first to 21 at the top of your scoreboards. Loser is going home, so this means everything. It looks like a fast A attack coming in from aTTaX here. Got to keep things nice and simple as they go in. It's actually worked out perfectly. 3 kills coming in thick and fast. It's going to be Oscar and 0 remaining here. And just like that, aTTaX take the first round.
You say that.
It's done, Matt, I'm afraid.
Just like our relationship.
That will never done. That's something that will be alive forever.
Through the immortalization of the internet and the dank memories that will live on forever.
We've got some good stuff planned for tomorrow, actually.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know anything about this.
I've been working with production to get some
Oh God.
a little bit of fun coming your way.
I'm quitting today. I forfeit my pay for the event just to escape that torture.
You getting paid?
I mean, I forfeit my presence on camera to...
Good.
Okay, sorry. Not getting paid.
You don't deserve to
Oscar,
be paid.
0 are at least going to save weapons, which is the right thing to do. Considering you start with 16K, it's still a factor.
Yeah.
In the fact that if you don't win any of the rounds in the first 4, or the 5th one, you could very well be facing a save. So it's a little thing, but it helps, and it's better still.
It's one of those things. If you have to buy 2 orbs in a row, then you're almost down to like 3K after the second round. So it's definitely viable. Even if you have 16K start, the CT side especially, that can grind down. So saving weapons, always beneficial here. So great A attack coming in from the German side there to kick things off. That's what they should have been doing to finish it off. They overfought the last round there in regulation time, but regardless, counter boost coming in from Angel here. He's going to meet Keeve as well. This could be massive. The fact Stefan's there as well. First shot coming in. Actually, it's going to be Stefan. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Keeve comes in as well. Amazing couple of frags to open it up. Seems like aTTaX have come to life now in this second round of overtime. Really impressive work from them. I can't believe Stefan even got that first kill. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, I would say that's absolutely impressive to start things off. Stefan with only 22 HP. It doesn't matter. His job's done after getting that kill. Securing it 0 from Sandbags. Now his position given away. Shuffle peek as he goes for the first one toward the garage door. The second peek's from the top of the boost. Very smart play to immediately extinguish those flames with the smoke, knowing that he had no escape plan. Kutcher's come down to try and help him, but now they're shifting their attention and approach onto the B site instead, alternate attacks.
So kicking things off in a similar fashion to the first round, getting these first 2 opening kicks. And it's going to be Oscar to defend them. He gets taken down as well. Kyiv getting his second frag of the round. Just Kutcher and Zero remaining. And once again, well, no real option here but to save the weapons. aTTaX with a great opening to this overtime. Looking like a different team here to the end of regulation. They seem to have found their mojo once again and had a nice reset. Had a chance to talk about the situation. And it's going for more set pieces, it seems, this time. Going for those picks. Stefan, he's been great getting his opening kills. I'd love to see his stats on his opening frags of the game, for especially this map. It's been really strong.
Yeah, absolutely been massive. So they're going to hold on to these two M4s this time. They don't have the availability of keeping the AWP that was attempted to be saved the first time and was successfully into this round. Kyiv, meanwhile, he'll keep his 2 kills with it in this round as well. You getting tired?
Yeah, a little bit. Someone was snoring all night. I think it was me.
Yeah, it was.
I gave myself up
Yeah,
while
you
snoring.
did, probably.
Probably. And we did stay here till like 4 in the morning yesterday for some reason.
Why? I have no idea. Sacrificial Lamb going to be stuffing going in, or Stefan, excuse me, trying to figure out exactly where they're saving. That does allow Crisby to take one more gun away, so still playing the economic game despite that we're only 2 rounds into this MR5. We'll start the third one with something a bit peculiar. The terrorist side with a hefty lead, 2 rounds both going their way for alternate attacks. And if they get the third one, is that going to be the difference, Henry?
Well, this is the thing. You can see HellRaisers feeling the heat a little bit. They've adjusted their setup. It's going to be a double AWPs now. They're feeling like these picks are becoming a little bit of a problem. So let's see how they adjust. But obviously 3-0 in overtime, that'll actually be a problem for the CTs. They won't have that much money after that, believe it or not, after the 16K start. Have saved weapons a few times. And there it is once again, that opening kill going in favor of aTTaX. They take down Oscar. He's one of the AWPs. And now Angel needs to make something happen here. He's towards B storage right now, holding quite a passive angle. You think that the reaction will need to come in soon. He needs to be finding something with this. As Kazuya will be rotating back towards his teammate, but another 5-on-4 in favor of aTTaX here. Seems to be getting the opening picks on every single round of this overtime. CT's having to adjust accordingly, not having any presence towards middle, but it's not going to matter because the full A attack will be coming in from the German side. Kutcher and Sticker waiting for them.
Now the approach will continue on to the A site. Good initial pick so far from Kutcher. He's going to follow that up as he spots another player toward that forklift, but in the end he will go down to Stefan, and now it's just Angel and Zero. There's 3 straight rounds that alternate attacks are looking to pick up on their terrorist side is very impressive.
Absolutely. Really nice, efficient takes here. Getting the first pick. This is a textbook Counter-Strike. You work a pick, you get it, hold up, see how the CTs react to it, then you go into an execution like this when you know the CTs are spread thin. This is like the absolute perfect CS for them at the moment. Angel and Zero, once again, no other choice but to save. Like I said, the money chipping away now after 3 consecutive losses. They definitely need to save these weapons to have a chance of having an AWP in the next round. Angel retreating back towards T-spawn. Zero will be joining him momentarily as well, but the hunt is on. Stefan and Kazuya, sniffing out the CTs here. I'm going to find the first one as well. That's Zero who's dropped, but the higher prize target is going to be Angel with the AWP. A fantastic no-scope there. Does get taken down in the end, but great opportunity to try and stay alive. Money actually not too bad as I thought. I guess they have been saving plenty of weapons, Matt. So still 10K on Zero. I guess that just shows the discipline you need to have on these overtimes. If you can save guns, it will help you going forward, but Money getting a little bit desperate now.
Look at that lineup that he's doing every time out of spawn right now. Kyiv, all the way from T-spawn, he's trying to fire through garage. That was how he took Angel down to that 3 HP off the first round of overtime as well, so he's trying it. He's using some creativity. As again, bomb will be dropped outside of A main. Stefan's going to try and just make sure no one pushes in toward that A main position and takes away map control from the CT side. And while he does that, Crisby and Tizian will work in tandem to try and anchor out that squeaky door. And then it's Tizian that'll stay there. Now, what's the call going to be? Is Crisby going to work in conjunction with Kyiv to try and get a smoke execution onto the A site? Well, Kazuya drops in and anchors on B. Now, that's the other interesting thing. We're seeing that with a smoke out. Angel's pushed out of B and could get caught off guard quite quickly.
Yeah, time ticking away. No picks given away this time for HellRaisers. It's currently 3-0, though, in favor of aTTaX. They need this round. You can see it's just going to be a Kutcher on the A-bomb site here. aTTaX showing some presence towards B. This next pick could be coming. It's actually Angel. Gets his 30th frag of the game now. Takes down Crisby, but that's not where the bomb is. That's actually the decoy, but it's not going to matter as he gets his second frag as well. This is where the A attack comes in.
Kutcher in behind quad, fire in front. Still able to sit there safely and has teammates toward Highway. Finally, HellRaisers looking to answer back the flawless round from, or so far half, excuse me, from alternate attacks. And they'll do just that. Kutcher gives this guy a little shake. He's a bit confused why he missed so many shots, but it's probably because he didn't hit them, Henry.
Probably. I'd imagine that's normally the reason. There we go. 3-1 now. HellRaisers finally getting around on the board in this MR5 overtime. One more to go. If aTTaX get this, it'd be absolutely massive. 2 away from series point here and knocking out HellRaisers. We could think this to be a quick 2-0 in favor of HellRaisers, but aTTaX showing us they can compete at this level. And they are the home side as well. Of course, we are in Krefeld, Germany.
Oh, is that where we are?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering. Kyiv, Oscar, showdown with AWPs as Kutcher inside of the A site right now. Just gonna hold passively and wait. Now, slight difference is what we saw from he and Tizian is that Kutcher stood directly in the line there to check the doorway of where the spray will come through. So he's actually waiting to hear the door rather than sight the player. And Molotovs, remember, will expand beyond that doorway despite whether or not it's opened or closed. So it's nice to see that he's got one in his hand because it's such a good counter for anyone trying to rush in with their team in that position.
Well, they're now setting up once again for a B split, got control of the vents, but Angel had a great game so far, he's ready for them. Grenades and incendiaries chucked into the entrances. That's going to slow down aTTaX slightly. And here comes the play. There's a spray down from Angel, looking to get a double here. Isn't going to land it, but Zero chiming in, but wow. 3 kills for aTTaX. Just Oscar and Kutcher now remaining in the 3-on-2 in the final round here.
I'm very impressed, I have to say. But Kyiv, he still manages to find Kutcher. It's all on Oscar, 1 versus 3. And he's desperate to fire back in through the thin tin garage door on Cash toward that checker room, but it's all for naught. They know his position, it's given away. And I have to say, Henry, cheap circumcision is just a ripoff, but this overtime's been a bargain for alternate attacks as they are going to get 4 rounds on the terrorist side, and that is most impressive.
Indeed it is. 4-1 on the T side of Cash. That's a pretty monstrous first half from aTTaX. Definitely not over yet, HellRaisers. Can't afford to lose a single round here. aTTaX just need 1 to force the next overtime. 21 to win. Getting straight into this one. The sides will be swapped, of course. aTTaX going over to the CT half. They can afford to be a bit more reckless now. They can afford to be a little bit more aggressive and get in the grills. They don't want to be the closed shell. They need to make sure they keep a strong game going forward. Be dynamic. Don't just try and say, well, let's just hold back and win. We can do this. I'd be calling, let's just get in their grills. Let's try and shut them down before they have a chance to do anything here. 2 smokes going towards middle, 1 towards connector. 1 towards highway. Looks like a boost coming in towards mid as well. That's going to be shut down quickly by the incendiaries. Fast A attack coming in now from HellRaisers. You can see this one talking about Kyiv getting his way storage. He's not done just yet. Does get punished, though, unfortunately. It's a headshot from Sticko to bring him to a 5-on-4. CT's trying to boost up there. It's a little bit messy now. They tried to get the boost into the top right, but unfortunately the gap in the smoke was massive. They did get spotted. This round is absolutely disastrous for aTTaX. And HellRaisers pulling one back, man.
Yeah, so far so good. As Stuffin, though, does manage to take down Oscar. It's traded by 0, so it leaves just Kazuya. That was their chance. If they could have got it to a 4 versus 2 and Kazuya was clever enough to walk in undetected, it might have paid itself off. Remember, winning number is 21. Good shot from Kazuya to drop Kutcher, but it's not like his chances increased much from that individual kill. That one might make it a little bit better, but he's still so far away with 22 HP, and despite having a kid, he's got to give this up.
Indeed, not really much he can do now. Kazuya will survive the M4, but it's HellRaisers who capitalise on this round. Simple stuff for them, really. Aggressive take from Kyiv. Does get punished straight away by Sticko, and then a very messy boost to throw the run away there for aTTaX. So, going to a 19 plays 17 now. As Matt said, it's 21 to take the series here. Loser is going home. And the second best of 3 here today, the Acer Predator Masters final. We have got 2 more games coming up for you today. Let's get back to this one. Round number 7 of overtime here.
Yeah, this is still doable for HellRaisers in the fact that there is 2 rounds still to go for alternate attacks. Kutcher, Angel already securing the A main position. As we are going to see a smoke execution come in because Sticko and Zero, both with smokes, are waiting. They're going to lob them now. Sticko will peel off to the right and head toward the Ivy position. Cause for a 2-1 split inside of the site, and Zero with Bomb looks to follow him, so he wants that quick positioning to jump toward that default spot, but they've got to deal with Tizian first, and Tizian, he's going to deal with Angel. Door opens, kill goes the way of Alternate, and just like that, HellRaisers' execution slows. And Tizian goes down to 8 HP, but regardless, that quickly, things shuffle, and I have to say this is the right call from HellRaisers with 4 players that were quickly rotating onto the A site. Keeve, he gets 0. What a great shot. Drops the bomb as well. This gives so much information, and he's calling for Crisby. Please, dear Lord, hurry up and rotate. And I'd love to see them go for the reverse mid boost at this point. Very smart from Keeve. Finds an additional angle to take down Kutcher, but Oscar, Sticko in the end. They'll arrive. It's going to be Crisby. Bomb still in the possession of the CTs, and it's all on Oscar.
40 seconds, but shouldn't have any sort of grounds to win this round. He's got find a bomb and 3 CTs. They've allowed him to get the bomb though, so maybe that's all part of the plan. Maybe they don't mind it. The fact they're not really reacting to it whatsoever is a little bit confusing. Guys, what's the plan here? Are we all going to stick together in mid-warehouse, or are we actually going to try and respond? He's gone now. So they're going to try and stick together, retake efficiently.
Just go. 14 seconds. Why?
Yeah,
I'm not
crazy.
sure.
Starts doing something.
Kazuya is just sitting there expecting him to come back. Like, no, he's obviously going to go plant, so I'm not sure. Crisby circulates to B. There's really not an access route to that bomb site. It should have been plainly obvious which way they were going, but aTTaX has had good retakes throughout the entirety of the game. We'll see if they can do it here because it's 3 versus 1. It would be unlikely they lose it, but Oscar's got himself in a good position, spots the first player, takes him down, and there's not an immediate trade. There is a lineup coming over from his left as Kazuya looks for that additional angle. Second player, Crisby on the bomb. Kazuya needs to land the shot. Oscar's gonna get it, but the defuse still comes in. It's just in time. An Alternate will put themselves on 20.
aTTaX is overthinking that situation once again. All sitting in mid-well. I'm not really sure what they're planning on doing, to be honest. Like you said, there was 10 seconds remaining. Why are they still think he's gonna come back and face from Sweeky? Like, just get together and just start swarming him, make it uncomfortable as he's planting. Give him a massive opportunity there. They're lucky to get away with it there. Panic force, the full defuse comes in and just pull it off with a second to spare or so. That would be massive if Oscar could have pulled that off, but there we go. aTTaX now 1 round away from knocking out HellRaisers there. Not the result we expected whatsoever. It's going to be the first pick going in favor.
And it would be 2 German teams moving on. Remember, aTTaX.
True.
We're not supposed to be here. They were the replacement for Panthers who couldn't find funding to make it to the LAN. So,
was that no LDLC?
It's impressive. Sorry?
I think it was LDLC that replaced it.
Oh, my mistake. For some reason, I thought it was aTTaX. My mistake.
Still. It's
all right.
It's a good fake storyline.
Thank you. I do like a little bit of fan fiction, particularly when people write it about you and I, Henry G.
Oh, we've got plenty of that.
It's
if you
quite
want to send us your erotic fan fiction, then just tweet it out.
Tomorrow's the day we would like to read it.
Yeah.
Over candlelights, and rose petals. Maybe a bottle of wine.
Or 2.
5. Red only, of course.
Now then, HellRaisers have got mid control. It is a 4-on-4. Kazuya did get that pick in towards the vents through the smoke, but it's not over yet. It's got 40 seconds remaining. And it's looking like HellRaisers going for the A split. Zero with the bomb towards me. It's just going to be Tizzy in there. The rest of his teammates are going to be about on a retake roll. He's towards the bomb side. Stefan helping him out, though. This could be it. He gets a first frag. It's a double for Stefan. Is this it? Is HellRaisers about to be knocked out? The Ace Predator Masters here.
It certainly would seem so with Oscar. With only that 7 HP, it's on Sticko. He gets at least 1, but it's immediately traded by Stefan. And it might have taken overtime. It might have taken 3 maps. But the Germans will prevail on home soil, and alternate aTTaX will move forward in a very unlikely event. HellRaisers, after winning the minor, they go to the major qualifier, in 2 weeks' time. We're looking to this event to be their practice, and they've definitely got stuff to work on now.
That's performance, but great for aTTaX. It's one of the teams we talk about a lot. We don't see too much from them. Major qualified next week, and it's definitely a step in the right direction, Matt. This is the kind of tournament they should be at least getting to the final, considering they're looking to get into a major. But there it is. aTTaX are your victors today.
It's a pretty remarkable result. I didn't expect that at all. I thought this was going to be 2-0. We are going to have an interview coming at some point in time.
Do you know what they look like with their names on?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. Hello, my friend. If you put that headset on.
Welcome to the casting couch with Henry G and Sadokist. It
Hello.
might be
Hey,
the
man.
scariest place you've ever been in your life.
Oh,
Unless that
It'll be good.
overtime was scary. How did that feel for you guys?
it felt pretty good. We knew how we would counter it in the overtime, their plays, and it worked out pretty well.
Talk about the retakes on Cash, because HellRaisers on their T side had like 6 or 7 rounds where they got bomb plants. And still, yeah, we're gonna look at that after. I want to talk about. I think it was round. It was 8-3 was the score at the time. So 8-4.
The B retake?
8-4.
The B retake with
Yeah.
4 players.
How
What was
did you
that? I
pull
mean,
that
you
off?
guys
That
were
was
ridiculous on
crazy.
retakes.
We have
Let's
some
cut to the
pistol.
screen right now. While you explain it, I'll play it on screen.
We have some pistol round that is also based on this retake. When we retake B, we were 4 guys left, I think, and I immediately
right round?
called that we're gonna play the B retake, where we smoke off yellow or blue.
Yeah.
We call it blue, the
Yeah, sure.
under catwalk,
Yeah.
and then I'll flash spot for the guys. If anyone who is peeking will be blind. Another smoke to the vent room, and yeah, they were blind and caught off guard from the retake.
I
We
think this
smoked
is,
off the most important points and
This is-
got to
this
the
is gonna
spot
be it.
pretty good.
Yeah, this is it, because they have 5 in the site. So it was a 5 versus 4 originally.
Yeah,
So you can,
exactly.
now that we've got it right
Now
now, you
I
can see the
now I
smokes.
called. Yeah, we're gonna play the B retake. I'm gonna smoke off blue. One is going upper and will smoke vent room if the bomb is planted for that.
sure.
So then I'm gonna throw a flash to the side, and normally everybody is blind, and we just have to focus on blue if
It's-
somebody's hiding there.
It's so amazing how quickly the kills come in the next few seconds here. Like when you get into the bomb site, like 4 frags, it's out of absolute nowhere. It's a kind of carnage, and it's one of those rounds where HellRaisers, they think they've got us completely tied
So
up.
there's
They're
the
already
flash.
There's
behind.
the flash. Yes. 2 guys are pushing spot players.
Just look at that. All those kills come in. That's just such a successful retake right there.
That second flash was actually really well done, because that allowed the push in the smoke.
How did you prepare for HellRaisers last night? Did you go back and watch some of their demos on this map, or you
Nothing.
just played your own game? You just didn't.
Just playing our own game.
I think that's sometimes the best way. Like sometimes, do you guys have a coach? I actually don't know.
No,
You don't.
not yet.
So you don't actually
Yeah.
have that kind of backing. So you just go in, play your own game. You don't try to base it around other people.
Yeah,
That's kind of
normally we
interesting.
do many analysis,
Yeah.
demos and stuff, but for this tournament we didn't do anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you
That's
feel like you kind of have exceeded your own expectations in the way that you didn't qualify for the minor? HellRaisers did, and now you knock them out. You're still surviving and going into the lower bracket semis.
Yeah, we were pretty tilt since we didn't qualify for the minor. We thought we should qualify for it, since normally all the teams that were there are teams we normally beat or
Yeah.
can beat. And but yes, for this tournament we said top 4 is our goal, and now we reached it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
excellent.
that's insane. That is a really good achievement. Now you play back to back, so we're not going to keep you on the couch for too long. You do go right up against eFrag. What are your expectations against them?
We want revenge. The
Yeah.
first game we played on them in the lower, I don't know, basement.
Basement, yeah.
It was just awful. The PCs there are not the best, and we had to play on internet server, and our communication in comparison to here on stage was really, really bad. So we think we can do a lot better this time.
Difference in map pool maybe this time?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They will. The veto should go as the last time.
Fair enough. All right.
Interesting.
Well, I think we're done.
I think
here.
we're done here. Thank you very much for joining
Nice
us.
to meet you, my friend. Good
Hopefully it
luck
wasn't
next
too
round.
scary for you. I know we can be intimidating men. We're just so manly and
So strong.
tough. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we are going to cut to us. We're over here now, Matt.
Oh, am I looking?
This is how TV works.
I don't know how. This is the internet. We're not on TV.
I think I was actually wrong. We're over here now. I've kind of dictated it.
Told you.
Anyway, yeah, we're going to go for a quick break now. We have got 2 more games coming up for you today. It's going to be, like you said, I think it's aTTaX versus eFrag straight away. That's going to be a hell
That's
of a
right.
game.
And then the upper bracket after that.
I'm not sure if we're done today. We may be casting the last one.
I
We'll
don't know
have
what's
to find
going
out.
on, man. I'm just gonna go drink some apple juice.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to go drink a lot of apple juice. But yeah, stick around. Only more games to come. So do not go anywhere. Thank you very much.